Morning. I decided to sign up for I hadn't checked my dating profile in a long time. And I hadn't checked it in so long that my OkCupid account had gone away. And so I checked Plenty of Fish, and there's nothing on it, even though everything was up. And it brought my old profile back, so that was good. And last I checked, it was free to message people, but now, okay, I think it's still free. And I can't remember. Let me log in. But I ended up paying for it. I ended up just signing up for 3 months, because I think you can do everything if you pay for it, right? And I haven't been paying for it, and I just feel like I want to go on a date. But anyway, I bought 3 months of OkCupid, and I just did it like this morning, so there's really no messages. But there's another one called Our Time, and I just turned 50. So when I turned 50, I was like really excited because now I'm eligible for a bunch of different things. I can go to the senior center and get a free gym membership and free classes and things like that. And the other thing is I can get Our Time. So I wanted to sign up for Our Time, and I had, my birthday was a few months ago, but so I so last night I think I was just on there. I got the OkCupid going, and then I tried to sign up for Our Time. Well, when you Google Our Time, there's a company in my city that used the keywords of Our Time for their ad, and so I googled Our Time, and their ad was on the top. And I thought I was clicking on Our Time, so I clicked that, and it's actually pretty smart marketing because I immediately pulled up a survey. So I'm thinking that I'm actually signing up for Our Time, but I was actually filling out a survey for this matchmaking company in my city. And I eventually figured this out because I could see that it wasn't Our Time. But I went ahead and filled out the survey because I'm like, well, I'm already halfway through this, might as well do it, and what could it hurt? And, I'm obviously looking for some dating. So a salesperson called me this morning, and she's was a salesperson. You could clearly tell. I mean, if you've ever had a sales pitch done, you can see that it can be kind of like high pressure. And she's like, "Why are you still doing online dating? Nobody's doing it anymore." Blah blah blah. And so I was like, "Well, what do I have to lose? I'm just gonna go with this phone call and see what she has to say." And so she asked me all these questions, which I was like, I don't have anything to lose. Do you have a job? Do you have a car? Things like that. Kind of what the online dating websites do anyway. So I'm used to it. But then it kind of started to get kind of weird because she didn't want to ask me where I live or what my living situation, or she felt kind of like uncomfortable about it. And so she said, we screen our people and just to find the best match for you. And we ask questions like, well, we want to make sure that, Mr. So and so is not living in the basement of his mother's house and blah, blah, blah. And I just cracked up laughing, just absolutely lost it because, in a roundabout way, she was trying to ask me because she said, "What do you do for a living?" And I had put that in my survey, digital media. But I told her, "Yeah, I'm looking for a job." And so she started saying, "Well, when we screen people, we want to make sure we get the best match, and we ask, we want to make sure that we don't have, like a guy that's living in his mom's basement." And I just cracked up laughing because At one point, not now, but at one point when I was unemployed, I was living with my mom. Now she doesn't have a basement, but but she has a back room, which is like an apartment. So it's basically the same thing. And so I didn't ask for dating services at that time, but I am unemployed now. It's just that I don't live with my mom right now. But there's not that much difference. So I cracked up laughing and I said, I understand what you're asking me, and you did it in a roundabout way, which is really the reason why I'm asking it, because I think you did a good job in a roundabout way. But yes, I have my own home, but I'm unemployed. And she goes, well, I have to frame this. How am I supposed to frame this? Now, I haven't bought the service. She's just trying to figure out if I am kind of eligible. If I seem to be a good match for someone, then she can try to recruit me for the service so that they basically they're in the business of selling singles. So am I sellable, right? So she goes, well, how would I frame this? And I think her conscience kicked in, and she just basically asked me for advice. She said, how would I frame? I said, well, what you would do is you would say that I'm on sabbatical and I have money to support myself and I'm not looking for a husband to support me. So instead of answering her questions, I just went ahead and said what she really wants to know. So, oh gosh, it was so funny. I couldn't even. And then after that, I think I was laughing. I just had the giggles. So I really couldn't take anything seriously after that point. So I was like, I think it's pretty clear to me that I'm not that sellable. I think I am, but as far as her business goes, probably not somebody that she would want to have, in her roster, because, if when I'm looking for a date, I'm probably not really looking for somebody like that, like me. So I told her, she said, I said, well, how much does this service cost? Because now she knows I don't have a job. So let's just cut to the chase, because I have no idea. So, I mean, if it's like $30 a month, sure, I can totally cover that. I'll just cancel some of my streaming and then it will be the same thing, right? But she said, well, and this is where it gets fishy. She said, well, we don't talk about how much it costs until you come in or something. So it's a scaling thing, but they also still want to make money. So it's still expensive and scaling and expensive. And then only after the phone call ended, I went ahead and read all the Google reviews. And there were a few comments about how a guy felt like he was rejected. Like, I guess she decides what clients she wants. So she's trying to get some kind of high-priced clients. It's her business. It's fine. If I were doing this, I would try to make as much money as possible. That's totally fine. So I just cut to the chase and said, how much is the service? She said, we don't talk about prices unless you come in. And it's a free consultation stuff. And I think she's kind of gathering that I'm smarter than that, because I'm like, And I'm not easily swayed by a sales pitch. Like, I know what this is all about. And I really respect and admire salespeople this is business, and someday I'll do it, right? So I don't have any problem with sales pitches. She was honest, but she knew that I wasn't gonna come in. That I probably wasn't gonna come in, because I said, you know what I asked? I said, I accidentally I didn't mean to, I said, I didn't mean to call you. I accidentally filled out a survey because I was looking for our time. And she's like, she didn't want to quote me over the phone. She just did not want to. And I don't know if she's the owner or she works for somebody, but she just wouldn't quote me over the phone. She says, well, it's not more than $10,000. Oh my God. Well, the men that are using the service must have pretty good money then. And so I'm not going to pay $10,000. I'm not even going to pay $1,000. So I was just really nice to her, and I said, well, I'll tell you what. I said, I'll call you back next year to see how I'm doing, because you never know, I could win the lottery. But yeah, that's how it went. It's Saturday morning, so I guess people are taking walks and stuff. So he's getting his exercise. Like, are people like, do you take your dog for a walk? Yeah, I do, but honestly, that's about 10% of his exercise. The rest of it is him running around in the backyard barking at everything. So after I talked to this lady, this matchmaking service, I don't want to call her lady. That's disrespectful. I mean, she's a lady, but I forgot her name. So at the same time last night when I was trying to sign up for our time, because I never signed up for our time because I just turned 50. But I went ahead and just paid 3 months for OkCupid just to get that out of the way, because they've kind of changed. Like, it used to be all free, and now it's, you can't respond. I don't know. I don't remember. Or that maybe that's our time. I don't remember. You definitely have to pay for our time. You can't message. You can't read your messages or something. But I'm only going to pay for OkCupid simply because I've been on OkCupid much longer than our time. The nice thing about our time, though, and I haven't paid, but I was just browsing, is you can see the pictures of people and read profiles. And that's not the case for some other dating websites. Are you done barking? Okay. So now I have 3 dating websites to check on, and I'm only paying for one. And then when I was talking to the lady on the photo about the dating matchmaking, they don't have a website or anything. And I was like, how do you not have a website? Well, if they did have a website, that's online dating. And they're supposed to be the alternative to online dating. So she kept telling me, no, we don't have a website. I was like, well, do you email me matches? No. You're supposed to come in person. And I'm like, why would I want to come in person when I can just look online? Anyway, the dog, okay. Okay, dog, okay. You want to be on camera? Oh, now he wants a treat. Hold on. Every time the dog barks at something because he's guarding the house, he wants a treat because that's a reward. So I have no idea what he was barking at. It was probably somebody across the street going into their car. Alright, so I'm going to go ahead. I haven't checked my Plenty of Fish. So I have been doing online dating for a long time. And I've met dates. I met, my ex on, they used to be Yahoo Dating or something. And I've met some good people. So I was talking to that lady. She goes, where do you meet people? Well, I don't. That's why I'm single. She goes, do you meet people at work? No, I don't work. Do you meet people at the bars? No, that's why I'm single. I don't go to the bar. Okay, so I just logged into Plenty of Fish. I'm not going to show it for privacy reasons, but so they've redesigned Plenty of Fish. It looks so much better than it used to. Now, when it first came out, you know, it looked really crappy, but there were so many people on it that you kind of ignored, you know, the functionality of it, and it would crash all the time. It looks a lot like OkCupid, except OkCupid is like has a black background, and this has like a tan background. So I don't have any messages, but I have 99 plus likes, which I cannot see. But they're hidden. 219 likes, and I don't know if these are from 10 years or what. Well, all of the pictures are blurred out. So as of 6 hours ago, I have 2, 4, 6, 8, 10 likes. And then to pay for it, 12-month plan, $9, $10 a month, $129. You know, I never sign up for a 12-month plan because my goal is to get a date within a month. But the monthly plans are always more. So 3-month plan's always good. 3-month plan comes out to $21 a month. That's not bad. In this Matchmaker thing, she's like, it's not more than $10,000. And so I was able to see on the Google reviews, that it turns out that what it sounded like was you go into their office and they negotiate with you something that is affordable. So they try to get as much money out of you as possible. And one guy said he paid $2,500 for 6 matches or something like that. He said something came out to like $400 per match. Wow. So $400 per match. With $400, I could afford to pay for a whole year of 4 different websites. So unless your matchmaking company is the only matchmaking company in town and it covers everyone, including the rich guys, there's no way that's going to be worth it. And I don't mean to say don't do it. I'm not trying to say this is bad. I'm just saying I think people should look at that, because online dating does work. You're doing, you do the work. There's no guarantee if you do like this matchmaking company, you don't know how much work they're putting into it. But I don't think they should limit the number of matches. What I think they should do is they should charge you per month. And yeah, if they want to charge more, that's great, but they should charge you per month and then give you as many matches as possible. That's just my opinion. Alright, so I don't have any messages on Plenty of Fish yet, but I'm not very active, so I probably get put on the bottom because I'm not very active and I don't pay for it. Alright, so now I'm going to log into OkCupid and start my... I don't know if I said this, but a while back, I had been on I've been on the websites for 10 years, and mostly Plenty of Fish and OkCupid, but I wasn't paying for either one. But I would get the craziest messages from Plenty of Fish, and I ended up posting, I would block out the person's name, the guy's name, and I would post just their message, and I would just get the craziest messages, and I would just post them to my Facebook, and I called it Online Dating All Stars. And there was so much material, and there still could be material, but I think that they're starting to be more sophisticated with filtering weirdos out, because there's some weirdos, not bots, but just abusive guys, and I was able to get somebody blocked that I went on a date with because he became abusive, just verbally abusive. But anyway, so I'm in OkCupid now, and this is one I paid for, so I'm able to see my likes. So I just Okay, so I just got my profile back up last night, and since last night, I have 75 likes. I have to sneeze. 75 likes since last night. All right. So let's just scroll through, and I'm sorry, I'm not gonna show it. Tim, Justin, Marcus, Newton, Sean, Jason. This is interesting because they are using their names. So I remember OkCupid had switched over to a rule where you had to use your first name, but they didn't make it a rule. They were only, it was kind of in the beta version. They were just trying it out. And I think I switched over to my name because I was using an anonymous name. Now, every single like on here has the person's name. I assume it's their real name. Why? I don't think there's no reason why it wouldn't be. And then it's looks like a nice format because right under their name and age, they got the city, so you know where they are. And then it's real simple. They got like kind of a match percentage, and you can either like them or delete them. And I'm not one to block people or delete people unless I know for sure that this isn't going to work. But I still feel bad, so I never delete people. So I can't date 75 people, so I'm going to have to go through this and make some choices, I guess. I've seen this guy before, and I don't care. Okay, pass. It says pass. I like OkCupid because of this matching questionnaire thing, and then that's how you get a percentage match. And then theoretically it should work, but I'm still single and I still haven't been able to find anybody. I used to filter out I only would have talked to people with a greater than 90% match, but I don't think it's always accurate because it all depends on whether they fill out the questionnaire. And I actually ran into a profile that was like a 50% match. And I think the only way that could happen is if they only answer like 2 questions and you disagreed on one of them. So, no messages, but 73 likes. I mean, these guys are pretty good looking. Nobody looks creepy. And then when you write to someone, it's called an intro. And the intros, I think, that are here are from last year, because I think this just renewed an old. But I can't tell when he sent that intro. There's no date on it. Oh. So, I don't know what to do. I guess I'll just wait and see. Alright, so yeah, and I uploaded a recent picture, which I'm older. I'm much older now. Alright, so plenty of fish. OkCupid. Okay, now our time. And you can see their names right here. Okay, so I have 4 likes. I have 7 messages. No, I have 4 new likes. I guess that went away. I had 4 new likes, 7 messages. I don't pay for this, so I can't see who liked me. I can't read my messages. And then I have views. I have a lot of views, but I can see them on my views. And this is how they get you, because now it's like this is the bait. Now he viewed me. We don't know if he liked me or messaged me, but he viewed me. And then I'm thinking, oh, I like him and I want to message him, but I can't message him because I can't pay for it. But the likes show the names. The messages don't show anything. And the views show the names. So all I have to do is say, Aaron, Tony, John, and Paco liked me. and I just go to views and I can find Aaron, who has no photo of a deer. John is here with no photo. Tony is here with no photo. And then can't find Paco. And there's no Paco. So why would I pay to look at my likes when they don't even have photos? And they can see my photo. So you can search and you can see photos and you can like them, but you can't message them and you can't see who likes you. Alright, so I'm not going to pay for art time yet until I really see something interesting. Okay, I can't figure out. He's from Albuquerque. I can't figure anything out on this. Like, there's nothing else here. I thought you're supposed to write. He's supposed to write, what he does, who he is, and stuff. So I have 7 messages. Alright, I'm going to go ahead and like it, but I don't have to talk to him. So I always logically, whoever messaged me viewed me. So of these 21 views, my 7 messages came from there. So I this is how I get around it. So if I look at these views and I don't like any of them, then I know that I'm not going to like any of those messages. But then if there's somebody that I like, oh, look at that. So most of these I don't like. There's no photo on this one. So I'm not going to sign up for a membership just to see a profile that has no photo. That's crazy. Why would I? Okay, so I guess he's okay. Don't like, no photo. Don't like, no photo. No photo, no photo. Don't like. I don't know. Not my type. He's okay. No photo. Don't like. Don't like. Don't like, no photo. Don't like, don't like. No photo and don't like. Okay, so that's a relief. So none of the views look interesting, so I'm off the hook for today. Alright, that's all the time I have. See you next time on Online Dating All Stars. Woohoo!